Welcome here. Good morning and happy new week. Welcome to today's trade ideas and signal. Without delaying ourselves, we're just going to start our analysis for today. Like I said last week, we're not going to be spending much time trying to overanalyze the market again. We just try and do our analysis from 4 hour downward. And if we didn't have a very clear setup on clear market on 4 hour, we're going to go to daily to see what we can how we can trim it down. So what do we see here? We see a break of structure, and this is a flip in the market anyway. That's a major flip because what do we have from this level here? We have this turtle soup as a major turtle soup in the market. Hmm. So major turtle soup. Then from there we have this shift. We have that shift in the market. So a major MSS. So having this kind of reaction within the market, we automatically know that, okay, we've gotten a reversal into the highs and the trend has already changed. So automatically giving us this level as strong, our strong low anyway. So which we are expecting price to be what? To be protecting, and we've seen something like uh weak high, which is external liquidity that we are anticipating in the market. We'll be expecting this level to be raided eventually. So that's what we've gotten. This is okay. It's a very pure setup in the market anyway. I'm trying to see if we can have hmm, this is 32. Okay. And that's how something in the market. We've gotten that now. And we having this type of reaction within the market, the kind of is a very complete setup for us to start looking for buys. So what we need to do next is to pick our dealing range where we are. This will be our dealing range, at least for today. We'll be looking at these levels. This will be buying from below this 50% of the equilibrium. So we have this dealing range in the markets, and we can buy from within this level. So what we're going to do is we have this breakaway gap here. We have this other block in the market. We have this level here, uh, which will be anticipating or expecting price to get to. But we have this overall level here. So if I'm going to be taking anything from this other block, so I might kind of be taking it from this leg that sponsor the or something. So and another level is the mitigation block from this leg here. That's another place to be looking for buy. And we see this internal structure, this little internal structure here for our internal structure. We have another internal structure. We have a breakaway gap here. We have several imbalances, fair value gap within this leg here. So, but nonetheless, whatever happen below this low is what we'll be anticipating to do what to buy from. So since we have all these levels here, let's move to 1 hour to try and see what we can capitalize on. So from this level, the formation of our weak high here, and as we can see, there is another level here. So if I'm going to be taking any trades from this leg, I have only two trades from within this leg anyway. I have two trades from what I'm looking at on 1 hour here, this particular leg. It seems on 4 hour These are not close candle, but on 1 hour, as you can see, it's it's a kind of candle that, you know, that creates an internal structure within itself, within that level. So if I'm going to be taking any trades from something, then I'm going to be this internal structure on 4 hour, but this 1 hour candle align perfectly with the 50% thing. And mind you, the Asian hand has been taken through Frankfurt. We are within Frankfurt now. If you look at London session is 7:32, so we are within Frankfurt. So now these are the two levels that I'll be anticipating to trade from. But I'll be leaning toward this first one first. But nonetheless, anything can happen. Wherever make this low to be taken, I believe this particular leg, because we didn't have the proper mitigation of this leg going forward. So this will be my first layer of trade, which is 19 pips, but I would like to make it 20 pips, 195. So that at least this one, if I increase it, 17, it's going to be the balance one. So 20 pips, and we'll be anticipating 100 pips in return, which will give us a perfect 1 to 5 from this level. And we have another buy from within this leg. I'm going to be buying from this leg here. I'm going to be putting my stop loss below this internal structure, this little internal structure that we have here. I'm going to be doing the same thing for this one, at least making it 1.5. That's 185. Okay, making it 19 pips. So that would be 95 pips in rainfall. So at least we're going to be having, and as you can see, it's aligned perfectly with our. So picking trades is no more than this. You don't have to overcomplicate things because the setup seems to be clear. So this will be my two trades moving forward, trying to capitalize on whatever is happening. But we can try and see what is happening within this leg. Yeah. So this will be our two trades, at least for today, whatever happens. But at the same time, when London open, what are we expecting? So personally, I'm looking at this leg here. If you see, when I open the chart, you can see I highlighted the leg. I'm looking at this leg that got broken, for price to come to this particular level. As you can see, we are yet to have the 50% of the O something to be mitigated. So what we're going to be having, we try and see what we have within that leg here on higher time frame. We are dealing with EURUSD high. Yeah. So we have this level to be our, we are looking at it on lower time frame. Let's use this. This is liquidity. We have this turtle soup, it was taken. So the other turtle soup being taken. And the leg that sponsored the turtle soup is this particular one here. And we've even break the structure anyway. So we have a break of structure with this particular level too. But within this leg, what can we see? We cannot say maybe it's almost aligned with one another. If we check the high is 175, that's 7593. See this one also is 593. This is equal high, and this one 594. So this candle is even higher than this candle, which we can still call what is it called? But then we'll be we won't be referencing this particular leg any longer within the market because of why this leg has already taken its position, but we have something within this leg. So we can now believe this leg to be the leg that take the liquidity above these two highs, which will be the leg that will be referencing to be our break of structure. So to be referencing this leg to be our break of structure. But if we look within this particular level here, we can see we have this high which properly mitigates this level that we highlighted on 1 hour, and there is no proper imbalance within this level. The only place that I see imbalance is within this particular leg here. So if I'm going to be taking any trades, I would like to take it from this level. So we are here to create the MSS within the market. So I'm going to be taking any sell. I would like to take it from this particular leg here moving forward. So we can just try to use this leg, this particular order block that sponsored the break of the structure of this level, because we didn't have a proper mitigation of it from within that level. So that's the reason why I cannot particularly say that we'll be having. So if at all it's going to be 90 pips, we're still going to be just to hedge through, because anything can happen. But from what we are seeing from this particular level here, it's just to edge through anyway, because I'm anticipating MSS within this leg. I'm anticipating market structure shift from this particular level. So I would have easily take the trade from this leg on 1 hour, but nonetheless, looking at 50 minutes, we don't have proper mitigation of this level, so we can have markets coming into this high, taking this high out of the market. This one can now be considered to be our highs, because this is the leg that sponsored the taking of this liquidity, and we have a break of structure of that so-called leg. Let's look at 5 minutes. As you can see, on 5 minutes, we are yet to have a proper mitigation of this level. We've gotten the shift, as you can see also. If we look at it one from 5 minutes perspective, you can see the taking of this liquidity and taking of this particular liquidity here. We have this break of structure, we have a shift, and is a complete something for per reversal in the market. But what comes, we can see that we didn't have a proper mitigation of this particular leg going forward. So we can still be anticipating this price to get to this particular level. But as you can see, we have this little internal structure mitigating the level. But this level, yeah, just dealing from 15-minute perspective, it will be nice, at least nice for us to take our trades from this internal structure that is created here because of this breaker block, this little breaker block that we can support from this level. So mind you, 15, what is it called? We're anticipating London Open. Anything can happen, but this is one high that I believe Frankfurt already took out this particular high in the market, took out Asian high. So we can be anticipating this high to be taken out also, being manipulated into this level. But anything can happen. But we are leaning toward buy. And if per adventure price get to this level before coming down, we just want to use this price, this particular one, to hedge our trade going lower, because anything can happen. We are this Euro USD, the way it has been behaving these days, we can see that it's just moving within a bigger range. Even if you check through daily, you see that this is a very big range within the market for some days now, and it has been taking the both highs, lows, high and lows of the something, and it's not even closing above the leg. So anything can happen from within the something. And for us to buy from this level on daily, as you can see, we have these two legs, two places that we can partially buy from. But nonetheless, I'm not still trusting the buy like I'm trusting this up, because we've not been closing above, except we have a break of this bigger range within the something. And if you've been following me for a while, I talked about this place being our strong guy in a very grand scheme of things, and here being weak low. So until we have that leg being broken above, then until then, but we've gotten some kind of reversal pattern here that indicates that we might be sending price above this level. But nonetheless, until it happened, because the kind of price action we've been having here is a very big consolidation for that matter. As you can see, price is not even closing above above the consolidation level. As you can see, it's not closing above it. So until we have that closure, but today is being Monday, they're anticipating price to move into this high when London's open, but it can happen at any time. But nonetheless, if we come fulfill the 50% of the equilibrium first of our 4-hour structure, then we can continue to hope that market is going into the highs. But from the kind of price reaction we have from this level, I'm willing to sell from this area if peradventure price gets to that level, because there is another level in the market that we can be anticipating. But if we measure the 50% of this range, if can be, but I don't want to do over analysis. If peradventure price do not get to that level, then um, so it's aligned perfectly with the 50% of this breakup block. So we can be anticipating and hoping that we might get price into that level anyway. So that would be all, at least for now on Euro USD. So I'm introducing Nasdaq also. But I'll be doing that analysis. We're going to start our episode one before New York. We're going to be trading Nasdaq for New York, but we're going to be starting something around 12, so that I'll be dropping the episode of his analysis also. So these are the three potential levels that we are looking for trades. So if you are unable to take the aggressive trade, we can just go into the level, try to look for uh conservative entries, so that at least we'll wait for confluence, and at the same time wait for confirmation before we take the conservative entry. So that this will be all, at least for today. We're going to continue tomorrow. Thank you. So I wish you a profitable day ahead. Thank you.